When you are sick, feeling as if you are in the dumps, from that virus, that bacteria, or even allergies, you're coughing and sneezing, you're congested, filled with phlegm and mucus, what do? And unfortunately, many millions of people turn to medicine. Drugs, pills, those decongestants, things to take away pain, allowing you to sleep. All of these things do have side effects. And there's nothing worse than coughing and sneezing while you're trying to get to sleep. When you don't get a good night's sleep, your cells of your body cannot repair and heal. And I'm sure that most of you have heard of Vicks VapoRub. When we were children, our mothers, grandmothers, sister or brother would put it on our chest or our neck as the directions say so. But I have no connection with them, and I am not promoting them. But I am here to talk about it because there are 3 ingredients in Vicks VapoRub that can do wonderful things. When you're congested, when you're coughing, when you're sneezing, trying to get to sleep. And the 3 ingredients are Camphor, Eucalyptus, and Menthol. And all of them are cough suppressants. They are designed to help you stop coughing. But the Camphor and the Menthol in Vicks VapoRub is an analgesic. It's a topical analgesic that when you have pain in the shoulder, in the hip, in the neck, in the hands, in your back, you can rub it over that area and it will help calm your pain. And when you're so congested, you can't even breathe, you feel like you're going to explode, you can actually just put your nose over the Vicks VapoRub, inhale it slowly, and yes, you will get results. And the Eucalyptus and Menthol is known for its beneficial effects in the airways, such as bronchodilation. And bronchodilation refers to widening of the airways in your lungs, specifically the bronchial tubes. When these tubes dilate, they become larger, allowing more air to flow through the lungs, to get into the bloodstream, to get to the cells of your body. And wider airways means less resistance to airflow, making it easier for air to move in and out of your lungs. As that bronchodilation makes it easier to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, allowing that air exchange, as well as reducing that phlegm and mucus. That is something that affects your breathing in the chest, the throat, or even into the lung region. And when we're sick, especially with respiratory illnesses like the cold, the flu, or bronchitis, the body's cough reflex often becomes hyperactive as it tries to clear the airways of mucus and irritants. And this reflex is controlled by the medulla oblongata. And the medulla oblongata is a critical part of the brainstem in the back of the brain that controls several autonomic functions, like our respiratory control, cardiovascular control, regulating our heart rate and blood pressure, our reflex centers, it manages choke reflexes, swallowing and vomiting. It helps regulate our digestive functions, including peristalsis that moves food through the digestive tract. And it acts as a conduit for sending sensory and motor information between the brain and the spinal cord. Now here is the exciting part, which is a scientific theory. When you take Vicks VapoRub and you apply it underneath your toes, underneath your feet, there are sensory areas that communicate with the back of the brain called the medulla oblongata. So that means that the camphor, the eucalyptus, as well as the menthol, causes those nerves to be stimulated, making its way up into the legs, into the pelvis, making its way to the spinal cord, working its way up to the back of the brain, communicating with the medulla oblongata. And that sensory stimulation that traveled through those neural pathways, making its way to the back of the brainstem in the medulla oblongata, will help inhibit the cough reflex, allowing your cough to immediately calm down. Remember that our brain and spinal cord is our central nervous system. That means that regulates and controls everything in our entire body. It has to make its way up back to the brain. So whatever becomes stimulated has to get to the spinal cord, up those neural tracts, back to the brain, depending upon which part of the brain. In this case, we're talking about the medulla oblongata. So I challenge you try a little bit of either camphor, menthol, or even eucalyptus underneath your toes and your feet before you go to bed, and see how it quiets your cough significantly so you can have a good night's sleep. I hope this video serves you well. Please share it with your friends and family, and most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell.